entered the NICU and took her then 3-day-old baby. Kendra's mother says her daughter was convinced the hospital was trying to take her baby away.
In her mind, she's thinking that the hospital kidnapped the baby and took the baby away from her. And I'm telling her, no, the baby is there for help.
Deputies say she then tried leaving the hospital, but staff members intervened. That's when Green pulled out a knife and stabbed 3 staff members, according to deputies. PBSO says Green dropped the baby off at a family member's home and fled. Her mother says her daughter is not a criminal. She just needs help with her mental health.
This is not a normal person we're dealing with. This is not the daughter that I had a couple of years ago. This is a daughter who is severely mentally ill.
The baby was returned to the hospital where she's in stable condition.
Very, very sad about the whole situation and what went down.
Back in her home Saturday, Dion Green says her daughter should not be in jail, especially because she says she tried to get her help, but says hospitals wouldn't take her in.
Prison system don't help mental ill people. It makes them worse. So she needs to be in a mental institution. This thing needs to change. Because if this don't change, we're going to have a lot of Kendra cases.
The grandmother says the baby will be in her custody upon release, and paperwork for that is already underway. In Palm Beach County, I'm Victor Jorges, WPTV News Channel 5.
Right now, one man is in custody after a double homicide outside a plaza in Fort Pierce. A third man seriously hurt. WPTV's Brianna Nesperal reports from the Fort Pierce Police Department with the latest on this investigation.
Well, I just heard within the hour that third victim, 44-year-old male, he is still in critical condition. The other 2 did die in the hospital. Now, I asked Fort Pierce Police a few questions, including what might have led to the shooting, if there was any relationship between the shooter and the victims, or if it was random. They say it is still all under investigation. Fort Pierce Police say they responded to this convenience plaza in the 2400 block of Avenue D just after 7:30 last night to reports of gunshots. The plaza, home to a food mart, smoke shop, and a Western Union. Police say 3 men were shot and taken to HCA Lawnwood, where 2 later died. Officers say the shooter, 32-year-old Allah Nawif Shahade from Homestead, was arrested. We spoke to one woman who tells us her cousin was one of the victims who died. She says he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Gun violence is a heinous act and crime against anyone. And for us to lose our family member to that in the community that we grew up in all our lives is very heartbreaking.
We had someone in custody very quickly because we want the neighborhood, residents, visitors, the neighborhood, of course, they were concerned. We want them to know that we believe this is an isolated incident and that we have somebody in custody.
And Shahade was arrested and taken to the St. Lucie County Jail, where he remains tonight. He's facing 2 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Now, friends and family of the victims are now gathering for a vigil. In Fort Pierce, I'm Brianna Nesperal, WPTV News Channel 5.
Police in Port St. Lucie investigating a fatal crash involving a motorcyclist. It happened just after 10 p.m. at the intersection of Port St. Lucie Boulevard and Southwest Astor. Motorcyclists headed east on the boulevard when they struck a Ford Explorer that was turning west onto the boulevard from Astor. The 38-year-old motorcycle driver taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The driver of the Ford Explorer was not hurt. 7 people were hurt when an Amtrak train traveling through Florida partially derailed after crashing into a semi-truck last night. This happened in Lakeland. Officials said the Amtrak passenger train was traveling from Miami to New York when it collided with a truck that was stopped on the tracks and a railroad crossing. None of those hurt suffered critical injuries.
We don't know why the truck was stopped on the tracks. That's kind of an unusual intersection where the red light is. It's actually a big hump that goes over where the railroad tracks are at. So it's possible that he was stopped for the red light and just wasn't able to make it off before the things happened.
One of the train engines was damaged and was leaking fuel. 163 passengers, 10 crew members were on board. 2 people were in the semi-truck. A mechanical issue at the Miami airport caused some issues for American Airlines on Saturday. The airline says the problem at the airport's fuel facility caused a temporary outage in fueling activity for the airline. The company says it worked with the airport to address the issue. The outage lasted about 2 hours. A new survey on Generation Z and millennial couples and their money, how they're handling that cash different from their parents. And millions across the U.S. still facing a weeks-long heat wave that is now intensifying. A dangerous and suffocating heat wave has more than 85 million people in the U.S. under heat alerts today. More than 100 temperature records are possible through Monday across the West and the South. Meanwhile, smoke from Canada's wildfires has returned, prompting air quality alerts for at least 8 states. Shelley Malashi with the latest.
We're out here early trying to beat the heat.
Millions across the U.S. are still facing a weeks-long heat wave, and it's now intensifying. The brutal heat and dangerous temperatures are hammering the southwest U.S. throughout the weekend. Cities throughout the southwest are in triple digits, and by Sunday, temperatures in Death Valley, California, could top 130 degrees.
This weekend, that dome of high pressure, which doesn't allow any rain showers or anything to cool down, the air sinks down and just heats up, and that's bringing hot desert air all the way into the southwest.
In Phoenix, Arizona, temperatures have reached 110 degrees every day this month, and this heat streak is expected to continue through at least Wednesday.
It's the hottest time of the year in the hottest places of the country, but even with that, these temperatures are 5, 10, even 15 degrees above average, and that's why it's a problem.
In the South, a heat advisory is in place from Texas to Alabama. In Texas, people have been dealing with dangerously hot temperatures for weeks.
It feels like if hot sauce could be felt without you having to taste it, and it got poured on my back.
Meanwhile, at least 8 states are under air quality alerts as smoke from Canada's wildfires returns to the northern plains and upper Midwest. Minneapolis and parts of Iowa will see the worst of the smoke on Saturday, with cities including Chicago, St. Louis, and Detroit seeing smoky skies on Sunday. Shelley Malashi, WPTV News Channel 5.
Well, they say misery loves company, and we are certainly not alone. For us here in South Florida, we are expecting triple-digit heat once again, with a heat advisory continuing. Details coming up.
Israel's prime minister says he is doing fine after being admitted to the hospital. Benjamin Netanyahu was taken to a facility north of Tel Aviv after complaining of mild dizziness. According to a statement, the initial tests came out normal and no findings were found. The initial assessment, dehydration. Prime Minister continues to undergo additional routine tests. A new survey finding Generation Z and millennial couples are more likely than older couples to want to keep their finances separate. The research by the consumer financial services company Bankrate found 43% of Gen Z and 31% of millennials say they prefer to keep all of their accounts separate. That's compared to 19% of Gen X and 18% of baby boomers. Financial experts say couples who keep their finances separate should be clear with each other about how they are dividing up their expenses. An update to a story we brought you earlier this week, a local veteran's new home getting some added TLC. This morning, it was all hands on deck as about 100 volunteers showed up to help landscape Army veteran Juan Amaris's new home in the acreage. He's getting a free home from Homes for Our Troops. The organization's built hundreds of homes for veterans in the last few decades.
You see right here what America's about, you know. I think all these people is supporting me and my family, you know, as great support for us on a new house, you know, that coming out here on a Saturday hot morning and help us put this out. It means a lot for me and my wife. This means that the sacrifice that I made in Iraq, you know, it's not in vain.
Amaris expected to be in his new home next month. Horse lovers far and wide, today is a day for you. Did you know it is National I Love Horses Day? I did not know that. Day created to highlight the animal's importance in human history and development. Having been domesticated since ancient times, horses, one of the most popular and beloved animals in the world. So maybe you mark the day visiting a stable, taking a horseback ride, or if feeling really adventurous, you could visit a national park or a beach that has wild horses.
And in case you missed it, yesterday we were busy celebrating our chief meteorologist, Steve Weigel. He has spent 25 years here. Happy anniversary to
Way to go, Weegs.
Our Steve. Yeah. I wish I was out of town. I would have been here, but he's just terrific, and we are so privileged and blessed to have him here at the station, and I know our viewers love him as well. So I think the party was captain themed because Steve is the captain of his own boat, which I believe is named Forecast. How fitting for a meteorologist. Congratulations, Steve. Very happy for you. And taking a look at Jensen Beach from today, we started with sunshine, had a lot of blue skies, and then just a few little sprinkles there on the camera lens, but then things cleared up again. And now it's a gorgeous evening at just about 6:30 in Jensen Beach. Well, AJ Gabriel sent this in from Sebastian. Gorgeous out there. This was the sunrise this morning. So beautiful. We love our weather spotters. Thank you for sending that in. Currently in West Palm Beach, we're looking at a temperature of 85 degrees, dew point of 74, and that means it still feels like 92 degrees outside. So take it easy if you're headed out there this evening, and perhaps grab an umbrella just for the next hour. After that, I think we're going to be mainly dry. Made it all the way up to 91 degrees today in West Palm Beach, 1 degree above the average. In Vero Beach, hotter, 93 degrees, and tomorrow likely both locations will be a little bit hotter. We are forecasting triple-digit heat. Feels like temperatures 102 right now in Boca Raton, but not as steamy where we've seen the more recent rain. So your hour-by-hour forecast for your Saturday evening, starting very warm and muggy, and then temperatures hovering right around 80 degrees through midnight. Tomorrow we're going to see actual air temperatures in the low to mid-90s, which means our heat index anywhere from about 105 to 110 during the prime heat of the day, and that's why we do have a heat advisory that will continue through tomorrow evening, and likely we'll need it for the beginning of the work week. So definitely an extended period of above average temperatures. On the radar, not much left right now. A few little light showers north Indian River County, a few showers across Okeechobee and Palm Beach County, mainly dry. There are some showers on the western edge of Lake Okeechobee. Well, we have a subtropical storm. This is subtropical storm Dawn. Not looking very good on the satellite imagery, and it's not expected to affect any land. It's in the middle of nowhere between Bermuda and here we have the Azores Islands to the east. So it's going to move north and then south and then kind of do a loop-de-loop, but again, doesn't pose a threat to land. Vipercast showing